here we go again. Time to hit road over the Alps towards Strasbourg. And now we can just drive out here, I think. If you look at the route advisor here, it does not advise me to go through this gate, but anyway I do. So that was definitely the shortest route, that's for certain. Let me go, let me pass here. And the good thing here is that we're gonna get the Alps in daylight too. That's really nice. We get there just as the sun comes up, I expect. It's quite a while till we have to sleep also, I hope. 7 hours, yeah, that's good. And that is exactly enough for us to get to the destination, but because I choose to take a detour, it probably won't work. So we'll see. So I might have to sleep. No, I can't sleep because the time remaining for the job is 11 hours. Ooh, this is going to be challenging anyway then. It seems I gotta sacrifice something here. Probably because that road over the Alps is gonna take us, I think, at least 2 hours longer than the main road. Okay, we're going straight. This did not go quite according to plan either. So, well, okay. Surprises it won't make the life worth living, as long as they're good surprises at least. Oh, come on. Stop there. €7. I remember that from another trip past here, yes. Okay. Since I'm probably gonna mess up completely here, time-wise anyway, I think I will just take this trip as it is and just ignore the time penalty I may get. And I will also turn off the route advisor for the first time. That could be interesting. So let's see how that goes. But that means I have to stop and read my map. So I just go by here. I don't need to fuel up yet. I think I'll do that while sleeping. So that means I'm gonna sleep somewhere too. So let's see now. Let's look at our map. We are going over here. There's probably a sign here that will say Munich, München, or Innsbruck. Probably München and Innsbruck. Perhaps even Zurich. But I would think München, Innsbruck. And when I get to the next cross, I should drive towards Zurich. And then towards Strasbourg. So München, Zurich, Strasbourg. I better remember that. Let's try. Here we go. I should turn off that. How did I do that again? So, there we go. Now we don't have any help. Lots of traffic here, but I'm pushing my way into the lane. It starts raining in the night, and this is what I dislike. This was a border to Switzerland, yes, it is. Here we come into Switzerland. Oh. Let's hope it stops raining before we're crossing the Alps, because driving in the rain makes the view much less inspiring. It's obvious that the traffic goes much slower when it rains. And that is actually very natural. It should be a big surprise, because usually does that in real life too. Although sometimes when I've been driving down in Europe on highways, some people seem fairly reckless, even though if it's raining really hard. So, but I have deep respect for wet weather. Not in the game here though, but in real life. I'm very cautious when driving in rain or snow. Still rains, yes, as expected. So now I have to follow the signs. That's gonna be interesting. I'm probably gonna make a complete mess of it. Or perhaps not, we'll see. It requires a little more focus, because one more detail to actually keep in mind. And also have to remember the names of the cities. I'm not that familiar down in Europe, so it's not like I got it in my spine where all the cities are exactly. Not yet, at least. So we'll see if I handle this. And this is a perfect opportunity to do this also, to drive without route advisor, since we now have a truck that does not have that in the graphics. So here, München Innsbruck, just as I expected from reading the map. So we're taking off here. And time is now 3:50. It should actually start, we should start seeing daylight soon. Very soon. And if it stopped raining too, it would be good. And one really nice thing about driving without the route advisor on is that you actually don't know where the road goes when you exit and enter. But I suppose we are going left here. Anything else would be really strange, I think. Because we are going northeast. And I think that was northeast. I hope. This is going to be interesting. We'll see. One thing that would be nice here now when we're driving like this, especially on a road, countryside road, would be if there was signs by the roadside that told us how far it is to München and Innsbruck. That is often in real life, but I don't think they've implemented that at all in the game. It could be really nice, especially on roads like this. And especially when driving without the route advisor on. Oh, there's some hazard up here. That was one of those roads that leads nowhere. Please stop the rain. There's no point in trying to overtake that truck in front, because this road is way too winding, and you see now my truck is struggling to keep up the speed. It's not that powerful, as we know, and it's a real pity that it's raining, because this area would have been probably lovely in dry weather. And I'm not gonna park and sit and wait till the rain goes over. I don't think that's a good idea. I'm feeling my voice is already getting rusty. Only after 2 clips. So I guess I won't play more than this one today. That's the problem with a cold. But let's stop rain now. Come on. Don't see us an inch ahead of us. Oops. I caught up with him. Haha. Yeah, the engine is working hard here. Please. That rain is so unneeded right now. I'm really unhappy about this. Because here are some great views. Well, it's like in real life. You usually get rain when you need it the least. Perhaps we are lucky and don't get rain when we're coming down from the Alps then. Perhaps that would be nice. And we're climbing still. I can feel it on the engine. It's not pulling its weight too well. What are you carrying? Concrete? Cement? Or whatever it's called? Some chemicals? I've never understood what the signs... It says on the back of that trailer, it says 80 and 70. I'm not sure what that means. It's probably related to the speed the truck can drive in various circumstances. I've seen that on real life trucks too, but I have no clue what it means. So if anyone can enlighten me, I wouldn't be sad about that. There you can see the silhouettes of the Alps. But that's all we get to see. This is embarrassing. I wanted to make a really spectacular drive now. Well. It's a spectacular rain, is it? Yeah, there you see, I missed. I shouldn't drive like that, because I should see to that my trailer is on the right side of the white line here. Because if you take short turns, your trailer will cross the white line and be a hindrance for oncoming traffic. Now we're going down again, and it seems the rain is still going. Not my lucky day, that is obvious. So, we're gonna be late with this delivery for nothing. Wasting money for no good. Well, it seems now it stopped at least, so morning glory. Okay, let's do it. Yes. Speedy truck driver, yes. Better take a little care here, because I think there's a short turn just round down the road. Yes. Better watch out so we don't end up in the woods. This is a typical place where it would be useful to use your engine brakes. Look at this. It's not bad after all. Yes, this is nice. But I'm braking, kind of the engine is braking by itself automatically. But there's this B that brakes even more when I push the B button. But I prefer to use the regular brakes. In a hardcore mode, this could be very interesting if you had to use the B to at least to even get down this hill, or your brakes would heat. That would have been a really nice thing to do in a hardcore version of the game. Look at this, beautiful. Little hotel or something there. I would almost like to stop the truck and take a walk in the wild. Take a walk on the wild side. Hehe. Lou Reed. Not take a walk on the wilds side. That's what we could do here. There's a lot of wilds here. Probably some mooses and deer, and probably a deer hunter. Great movie, that. Let's stay on the road. Let's focus on the road. Looks like we're down in the valley. We made it across. Sadly, we didn't see the climb as well as we had hoped for. Is there another climb over here? I'm not sure. I only think I've driven here once in my whole career, on the other career. So I'm not very familiar with these roads. So I'm not sure where it ends. So when we get to the next crossroad, we are taking towards Zurich. Or if it's signed directly to Strasbourg, that would be very convenient, but I doubt it is. Oh, that was a bad turn. Now I should stick to the outside so I don't... Yes, that's good. Oh, look at this winding road. Hee. Better take care of your trailer here so you don't pick up some cars or some fences on the inside. Or look at this. Calm down now. Yep. That worked. This is also a place where it would be really nice to have a pause button, because looking around here, that would be borderline to suicide. With all the turns and hills and bumps and everything. Let's see what's this. We have the right to drive here. Wow! That's that's reckless. That was really close to a nasty crash. Ooh, oh my. One other bonus for not using the route advisor is that we actually don't know how long it is till we have to sleep. The fuel is still good because there's this meter. Okay, I have to sleep on the next truck stop then, because the engine's heat and perhaps the dashboard actually tells it. That's interesting. I never considered that. Those valves, not valves, those meters, I'm not sure what they're all for. It looks like one of them is oil pressure, one is heat, the one just right to the big screen is amount of fuel. Oh, let's check the... We're going to Zurich. Yes. That's good. And the one just beside the speedo, no, the round per minute meter, I'm not sure what that's called. I have no clue what that is. Is the brake related or something? No, I don't think the dashboard shows when I'm supposed to sleep, but I can feel it from my yawning anyway, so that's good enough. You don't get... I would have slept there if I knew I was so close to getting tired. I would think I was 100 meters past fuel station when I started yawning, so that was a bit silly. But here's a new one, so this is already solved. And again, as I said in an earlier clip, I could stop this this clip here and continue in the next one, but since this journey isn't that long, I'm gonna complete the journey and yep. So fuel up. I'm gonna complete the journey and not stop the recording while I sleep. I'm only gonna do that on very long trips. And there's a little sign over there that tells us we can take a rest here. That's good. So now it should suggest that I can push E. Yep. E. Sleep. Good night. Or good day. Actually, because we were sleeping in daytime. And now we're certainly too late for the delivery. That is absolutely certain. And we got a long way to go still. I should have checked the route advisor before I started now, but whatever. I think I know where we're going, so the main challenge will probably be to find where to deliver the goods when we get to the city, to Strasbourg. But at that time I will put on the route advisor, because it's no point in searching around for the place to deliver. That would just be annoying. And I'm not doing this to annoy people. Not intentionally. Not intentionally, anyway. Crows are swarming the windmills. And road construction, better behave. I think I'll take both lanes. This used to be my job in the old days. Many years ago. I've been on a few sites like that. Stuttgart, Zurich, Bern. Towards Zurich we go. When we're driving without a route advisor, get much more aware of road signs. It feels much more real. It's like when you're driving in the real world without a route advisor. And that's what I've always done. I've never actually tried a route advisor in real life. What did that say? This is exciting, isn't it? It said Zurich that way, but it said also Strasbourg straight ahead, so that's perfect. We're going straight ahead. That's what I thought I saw. I thought I saw Strasbourg on the other sign. So I think we're on the right track now. Speeding offense, thank you. Braking desperately there. Why? We don't need lights in here though. Strasbourg, Bern. I think I'm gonna change lane here. Yep. I was right about that. Now it's sundown, sunset. I can never decide what that is. I guess I can say both. Sunset down. Yeah, good. Very good. Strasbourg, Dijon. Here we go. I'm looking forward to the day we can say, here we come, Constantinople. That needs a few expansions before that will happen. Here we come, Constantinople is an awesome track by the band named Residents, by the way. Really weird song, but funny. Oops. Stay sharp. Man, you're going slow. Is that a typical slow Peugeot? One other thing when driving without route advisor, you get much more aware of the interior of the truck. I like that. It's nice, very nice. Strasbourg, Dijon. Was it E25? Okay. That wasn't very clever. But happily there was no one coming in the outer lane. Also see a lot more of the surroundings, feels like. Oh, wow, huge factory. Speeding offense again. What is this? Switzerland. Just as nasty as Great Britain when it comes to speeding fines. And I certainly miss those speed limit signs on the side. I'm totally reckless when it comes to that. We're entering France. I guess that's a good thing. At least according to the speed. Last time I crossed that border in real life, that was a crazy experience. Me and my brother, we were coming from France and had a quick visit into Switzerland. We actually, it was not planned, but it just happened. We took a wrong turn somewhere. And when we should exit Switzerland, we was pulled aside by the guards, and my brother jumped out of the car, and I did too, and we wanted to have a cigarette and get something to drink and relax a bit. But then the guy pulled his gun out. Get into the car again. Oh my, what are you doing? Jeez. Well, I don't think he pulled his gun out, but he tapped it in his belt. He was wearing a gun. And we got really shocked. What the heck is going on? What are we doing here? He was just going to check our passports, and we just wanted to have a cigarette. So, but that wasn't possible. That was obvious. So we was strictly ordered to get into the car again and don't run around like that. Switzerland was with it. Happily, there are not such strict border passings in the rest of Europe nowadays anymore. It's a pleasure. I've been stopped a few places, but they are at least polite and kind. But those guys in northern border of Switzerland, they scared me shitless. But after 5 minutes, they let us go. There was nothing to mess about. Everything was in order. But they made it certain that we won't visit Switzerland again without really having to. In Norway, you will usually never see an officer, a civil servant with a gun. That is only used whenever they have some mission that requires a gun, actually, where it's expected that you might use it. So in normal patrols, especially along roads, but even in towns at night and everything, the police are not carrying weapons. That is a very good thing, I think. So, but Norway is changing a little bit after what happened 1.5 years ago, when this crazy man went berserk and killed lots of kids. People are getting more cautious, more afraid, sadly, and I think that also counts the police. But I think in basic, it's still the rule that police in Norway don't wear guns. Not until really needed. And I think it should remain that way for as long as possible. It said something about Stuttgart, but it didn't say anything about Strasbourg. Oops, it said something about Strasbourg too. Yes, it did. So I better get off. Better get off here. Better not talk myself completely away. Are we already in Strasbourg? I'm wondering. We might be, actually. We might actually be. Nice. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Very good. Yes, this is Strasbourg. And we were going to deliver at Trameri. Is that so? That is in case, that is straight ahead. I'm gonna try to see if I can manage to do this without using... It would have been awesome if I could handle that. Then I would get a star. Let's see. But it's very troublesome to actually go in here. But I think this is the place. But I have to check it. Trameri, and this is the place. I'm awesome. Sometimes. Very rarely, but sometimes. And this is a lovely approach, isn't it? Quite hard to get the truck angled properly here to get in here. Jeez. Okay, you're too... It's too broad to actually... So I have to bring it further in, so... But then we got the problem with the back part of the truck. So I have to... Okay... A bit scrubbed, but we made it. Shit. I should have taken a longer turn, a little longer, not much, but a little. Then it would have been painless. But I was so distracted about even finding out if this was the place I was going to. So, this truck is really, really difficult to maneuver because it's very wide. This is not going well. Okay, I might handle it. Can I do this? No, I can't. Catastrophic. Embarrassing. I had a good angle there and I messed up. Come on. Oh, come on, get in there. Yes, accepted, but that was totally rubbish. Sorry, late, that is no doubt. And we get penalized 155 experience points. That is just as much as we got for the long distance delivery. And also 2,100 euros lost. So, okay. You suck. Okay, then we can see if Trameri has a job for us. That would be nice. Although this backyard is really awkward to maneuver. They have 2 jobs for us, one in Köln, one in Liège. I haven't been in any, so this time I think we go for random. We got Köln, or Cologne as some call it, won't mention who. So we're going with electronics from Strasbourg to Cologne. And then I'm gonna just back up to where I came from. Sorry about the utterly loud engine. Well, that's not gonna do. That's not gonna do. I shouldn't make such a mess about this. It shouldn't be that hard. Come on. Okay. Okay, here we go. So let's hook up now and get this clip completed. This is not entertaining anymore, is it? Or is it a joy to see me mess up? I hardly doubt it. Come on. Not accepted. Jeez. This is unfair. There you go. Phew. That was a tough job. Whatever. This was it for this time. Thanks for watching.